What is the best Meshtastic device that you can get for a starter? If you're just getting started into the world of Meshtastic or LoRaWAN or long-range LoRa on the 915 megahertz band in the USA, which is called the ISM band. If you're just getting started, where to start, where to go, what to get, and maybe some discounts that I have for you, my audience, so stick around. So this is an article that I found. I don't even remember where I found this article, actually. This is on Adrelian.com. Adrelian.com. It's a blog post, okay? But it caught my eye. It was written in February of this year, and it caught my eye because it says, what is the best device for Meshtastic? Now, these are some really cool-looking outdoor enclosures he's got on these nodes right here, and I don't even know what that is. But I'm sure you could go find him on his blog if you want to. So he says, we talked about Meshtastic in another post, full guide to how to get started. You've got a link right there. I will link this article, this blog post, in the description below so that you guys can go find that and read more about it yourself. But he lists 4 devices, all of which I have, and I think he's correct in what he said about each one. And I'm going to give you 1, maybe 2 more that I would recommend for those of you who get a little bit more seasoned into the world of Meshtastic. Now, this is my current my current stash right here, okay? So we're going to talk about this device and this device and this device and this device. We're not going to talk about that one today. We're talking about this one a little bit, that battery, whatnot. So this is my current stash that I've got. But I wanted to read you guys this blog post and see what you thought about it. And some of you, I'm starting to get emails from Meshtastic vendors now and from Meshtastic interested parties and say, where should I start? So he lists all his links here to Aliexpress. I'm going to give you 3 different places you can buy this stuff besides Aliexpress in case you don't want to shop there. Some people don't like shopping there. This LilyGo T Echo, I'm not exactly sure why he lists that one at the top. These don't seem to be any specific order at all. But the first one he lists is the LilyGo T Echo Meshtastic. I've got this device right here. I just got this in. Haven't really done much with it yet. I'm going to record a new video about this device very soon. But he says the T-Echo is like an all-in-one package. It's got a backlit e-ink screen, 5.0 Bluetooth, GPS. Okay, GPS. That's one thing that some devices do and some devices do not have. And it might be something that you want. It might be something that you don't want, depending on whether you want your GPS, your current GPS location, always beaconing. So we'll get to that later. A newer chip, the SX1262 chip. An 850 milliamp hour battery packed into a sleek case. No fuss, no soldering, no needed. Thanks to whatever that is. It keeps going without stressing over power. Okay, so this is an all-in-one package, so that makes sense now. I kind of understand why he listed that one first. A lot of these, the first 2 or 3 devices I got, I had to put together myself. I have to solder a screen onto the TBeam. We're going to talk about that here in a second. You have to put together the Heltec V3, which is not hard. You just snap it together. But then you have to get an external case for it. You have to get a third-party case for it and put a battery in it because the way the Heltec comes, it doesn't have a way to carry a battery on its own. But we're going to get to all that here in just a second. So stick around. We're going to talk about this. So this one right here is, he lists the pros as NRF52840, which is far more powerful and efficient than an ESP32. I'm going to have to look that up and see what that is. I think that's a chip. I think he's talking about the chip. He's SX1242 chip. Hold on, I'm going to Google that. Over here at over here at Mauser, which is actually right down the road from where I live, from Nordic Semiconductor. This is an RF system on a chip, an SoC. So RF system on a chip, SoC, that number, QIAA-QFN 73L7x7. Data sheet there. This is more information than most people are generally going to need or want or care about, but it is the chip on the board, or one of the chips on the board. So it's more efficient than the ESP32, which is a lot of times the chip that's on a lot of these LoRa boards. So it has GPS, it has a battery included. That's good. Battery included. E-ink screen, newer LoRa chip with case. Comes with its own little case right here. That's good. Ready to use. Some versions come with a BME 280 sensor for telemetry like pressure, temperature, humidity. The cons is it's a little pricey. It does not have Wi-Fi. Stock is limited. Screen a little bit finicky and no easily upgraded. So there's 2 ways you can control your Meshtastic device, okay? You can connect to your device via Bluetooth. Most of them have that. And most of them have also Wi-Fi, so you can change. And one of the dumb things about Meshtastic, at least the units I have, maybe there's a unit out there that'll do both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, but the units I have, the TBeam, the Heltec, and I guess the T-Echo doesn't even have a choice for Wi-Fi. It'll only use one at a time. If you turn on Wi-Fi, it comes default. The Heltec and the TBeam come default with Bluetooth on, so you just Bluetooth it to your phone and wherever my phone is, and you use the Meshtastic app to connect to it from your phone. And then you can turn on Wi-Fi on the device reboots, and when the device reboots, it turns off Bluetooth. So you can no longer connect via Bluetooth to your phone. You have to connect to the same Wi-Fi network that your Meshtastic device is connected to. Connect your phone and your Meshtastic device, the same Wi-Fi network, and the app will then scan, and it should automatically pull up the DHCP IP address for the Meshtastic device, and then you can control it from Wi-Fi. Those of you with nodes high up on a tower at your home, maybe it's out of range of Bluetooth, you can control these via Wi-Fi, assuming you have Wi-Fi outside that will reach your tower, your push-up pole, your push-up mast, or something like that. So 2 different ways to control it, but as of yet, I've not seen a device where it will have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth both enabled at the same time. Maybe some of the more expensive devices will do that. If you guys know of one, put a comment in the video below. And again, he lists all these on the Aliexpress page here, and the Aliexpress page is listed at $63.98. Now, they fluctuate prices quite a bit. Right now, it's actually $48.94 at Aliexpress. And I was looking at a couple of things at Aliexpress earlier. Yeah, see, this is what Aliexpress they want you to do. Okay, no, I don't want your stupid notifications. They want you to buy one. If I go over here to the quantity down here, I cannot increase the quantity. Like if I say, oh, that's a good price, I want to buy 2 or 3 or 5 of those, it won't let me do that. It will only let me buy one. So that's kind of lame because Aliexpress there. So after looking at Aliexpress, I got 3 other stores here I'm going to share with you today. Different things, different stuff. Rockland.com, which recently contacted me, and we're going to work out maybe a coupon code at some point in time. But they're sold out right now. They've got the T-Echo with the same chip, GPS, 950 megahertz, which is what you want if you're in the USA, SX1262 wireless module. That's out of stock. It's for $67. And then Amazon has it for $61, and it's in stock. A lot of you like to shop on Amazon. It's a little bit safer. Returns are easier on Amazon than they are on AliExpress. I can guarantee you that. So for $48, I would probably buy one of these on AliExpress. I don't know what the shipping would be. They're not going to give... Well, it says free shipping right here. Okay. Free shipping between June 30th and July 6th. So this is a special they're running. I'm recording this video 10 days before June 30th. So I'll do my best to post this in time. But if not, then it might be closer to the $64 price here. So $64 here is the normal price, $67 here, and then $61. And they've got 2 or 3 different versions here on the Amazon store. So that's what that is. So you're looking at about $60 to $65 for the T-Echo, and that's number 1 on the list today. The second one he lists is the TBeam. Now, the TBeam device, again, these are not in any specific order, but the TBeam device was actually the first ever Meshtastic device that I got. This is the one here that I have in the Spec 5 case. I did a video about this that I'll post at some point in time. I don't know if it'll be before or after the video you're watching right now. But the TBeam is nice because it comes with an onboard GPS, and it's a little bit cheaper. You do have to solder this screen onto it. This screen that you see in the picture right here, it does not come with the screen. You can buy the board by itself, you buy the screen separately, and then you have to solder them together. So those of you who are reluctant about soldering, you may not like this one, or you may just want to buy one that's fully assembled if you could find that. I like the TBeam because it does already have a port on it for an external antenna, so you can unscrew this antenna you see on it right now, and you can put a larger, longer antenna on it. You can put a mag mount antenna on your vehicle and connect it here. So it's got a couple other options to that. It says it's ready to go with a battery holder, reasonable price, GPS, Wi-Fi, newer LoDa chip. LoDa, I wonder if he means LoRa chip. Wide user base, SMA connector, yes. Cons, battery not included, no case included, little large, ESP hungry power consumption, no upgradability, customizability. Okay, and then he's got these different versions of the TBeam right here. So I would pretty much agree with that list. This was the first device that I ever had, And it is power hungry. It uses the battery a little bit faster than my Heltec device, which we're going to talk about here in a second. I've not compared it to the T-Echo device yet, so maybe that's another video I'll do in the future. But unlike the Heltec, it has GPS. So you've got the Meshtastic LoRa radio running on 915 megahertz, and you've got the GPS radio running for the TBeam device. So that may be one reason why it is more power hungry. Now, he has the price listed from Aliexpress right here is $35.98. I'm going to click on that and see how accurate and up-to-date that is. So $4 less. Again, you can only buy one. No, it'll let you buy multiples one. Okay, so the sale's not running on this one right here. So $35, free shipping for that 1 week from Aliexpress. If we go over here to Rockland, it's about $44. 71 in the U.S. warehouse as at the time of this recording. Right here, no with OLED. Oh, that comes with a display. Okay, then, with OLED display soldered. So these guys will put it on for you. Okay, I'll share the link to this in the description below, of course. And then over here on my Amazon store, I've got this listed. It does not come, let's see, soldered. Oh, yeah, this one actually does also come. The one that I bought from Amazon did not come with the screen. So this one here I found later on, $37.50 on Amazon. This is going to be the better buy right now because this is Amazon. If you're in the United States, Amazon returns are easy. And then you can also get an extended antenna for it and get yourself an 18650 battery, hopefully like a Samsung or Panasonic version. But about 37, just under 35 to 40 bucks for that one. T-Beam, that's the one I have running in my truck right now. Again, it does have GPS. I really like that one, so good second choice on the list here. The third one he has is this WiseBlock Meshtastic Starter Kit. Official price at the Aliexpress store is $24.99. I'm going to click on that. Oh, and he's got it. Okay, so there's all these different modules you can get here. So board and module 1 is $24.99. So you get all the different stuff here, that kind of thing. This board is actually inside. This is what the board is. That's actually inside of the rack wireless kit, the one that I bought from Garth on Etsy that I did a video about a while back with the waterproof enclosure and solar panel on top of it. So these are pretty popular. Again, Aliexpress has them listed for $24.99 for the base model. Okay, that one's fine. Over here at Rockland, they got them listed for $37.97. Comes has several options for add-ons. You have to compare the base model to see if that's the same thing. But after doing a couple of Meshtastic videos, I actually got an email from rackwireless.com themselves. They're the ones who make this. They've got this basic starter kit for $29.99. So they sent me a link to their store, and they offer you guys, my viewers, a 3% discount with the coupon code of Meshtastic-HamRadio2. So you can get 3% off of this starter kit here, or anything else on this website. I'll leave a link in the description below. Okay, so this one at Rockland is a little bit more, but it might include more stuff too. I'm not going through and doing a deep dive on all these kits. This is a basic starter kit here. You have to choose what you want over here. And then this one here on AliExpress is about the same price. So good option to not have to shop on AliExpress, get it from Rack Wireless, use my coupon code, and get a better discount going that way anyway. So before we get to the fourth one, I want to tell you about PCBWay.com. PCBWay.com is sponsoring this video today. You can find their link in the description below. They do professional board printing, circuit board printing, CNC machine printing, professional grade 3D printing. If you want to get a case printed for any of your Meshtastic devices, you can upload the STL files or other files to PCBWay.com. You can choose which type of element you want the case made from. So they've got several options available, and you can choose whichever one you want to, choose whatever color you want to. Very easy to get stuff done. Head over to PCBWay.com, and if you place an order with them, be sure to thank them for sponsoring Ham Radio 2.0. All right, fourth and final device is this Heltec V3. Now, this one is probably the easiest one to use, with the exception of the fact that it doesn't come with its own battery. Okay, it comes with the screen soldered on. It comes with this little jumper right here. It comes with this antenna that you see, and a lot of places you can buy it with that little case, that little itty-bitty white and blue case that it comes with. But the problem is that case won't hold a battery. So if you click on AliExpress, they actually have them for $11.50 right now. Okay, that link at the previous page says $21. It's actually $11.50 right now. And this goes through July 7th. This is a different sale. But again, you cannot order more than one. I was going to go through and order like 10 of these and put them in mystery boxes. But I can't. It won't let me. This is the case that sometimes they come with. So yeah, you can get them for a dirt cheap price from Aliexpress right now. Free shipping, I guess, but you can only order one. So it kind of makes it maybe not worth it. I don't know. We'll see. But the good thing about these is there are plenty of options for battery or 3D printed case or antennas for them. If you don't want to go over to Aliexpress, I suggest going over here. This is my Meshtastic devices and accessories store on Amazon, okay? And I have this kit right here, which this is for 2 of them. You get 2 of them with the riser cards, with the battery cable and the Heltec case, okay? But, you know, like on Amazon, you scroll down, it offers you more suggestions, whatnot. So you can get one of these for like $23 right now. $23. It's got a 7% coupon off on it right now. It comes with all of this stuff. And then you have to put your own case and battery in it. And over here on my Amazon store, I've got these, what T.O. calls pillow batteries, these LifePo 4 pillow batteries. I've got one of those here. I'll show you in a second. And then, of course, some of these you can put an 18650 in also, and I got the 18650 batteries right there. So if we want to go over here and look at the overhead, all of these right here, this one, and this one, these 3 are all Heltec boards inside of different cases. I've got a video that I recorded about this GeoLink case. There's an 18650 in here. That will be a video on the channel that you'll probably see before this video here. This is a case that Josh printed for me at Hamvention when we all got together and started tinkering around with Meshtastic at a big ham fest. And of course, it's got the larger antenna on it, which you can add this to this case comes with the antenna port you can add to it. This one does too. And of course, this is another one that I think Mike printed me this one, and you can add another antenna to that if you want to. But these are great because you can see the screen on them. They've got internal batteries. These 2 have the pillow batteries in them, which is this guy right here, and this one has an 18650, so this case is a little bit larger. These do not have GPS. You don't have to worry about that. These batteries, 3,000 milliamp hour pillow batteries last longer than the 18650 battery that I have in here, but the 18650 battery that's in here is a knockoff brand. It has false advertising on the label on it, so it doesn't do much for that. The best battery to get is going to be one of these Samsung, these green batteries here. So I'm told these Samsung/Panasonic batteries are much better, 100% authentic Samsung 25R 3.7 volt rechargeable for that. So if you want an 18650, that's it. But those are the 4 main devices. Now, the rack wireless device is the one that I did the video on. It comes with the enclosure. You can get those on Etsy. Check out my video. I'll link it up here somewhere where you can go watch that again. I've got 2 or 3 other devices that I have picked up. One of them I don't have yet. It's on its way to me. One of them's inside. And then this one here, and you're going to see that in another video. So I'm not hiding it from you. I'm just not showing it to you quite yet. This one right here is great. This is called a T-Deck. And it's pretty cool because it looks like a BlackBerry smartphone. Okay, so Bill, K0WHW, Ham Radio Tectonics Bill, he 3D printed this case for me. He had one of these at the More Expo, and he was walking around with it, and he actually met 2 or 3 guys at that show that were on Meshtastic beaconing. So we met up with some Meshtastic guys at the More Expo, an overlanding show. Very cool. This is the one that Bill had. You can have this, there's a connection on the back here to string an antenna, or an external antenna out of here. So I haven't put this together yet. This is going to be another video where I put this together. I'm not sure exactly what battery you put back here. I think it's an 18650, but you take this case apart that he made for me with these 2 screws here, and it snaps apart. This sits in the top, and there's a battery that sits underneath it. It charges over here via, down at the bottom, has got a USB-C charger right there. So that's another, but the cool thing about this one is you can type on it. You can type your messages on it, and you don't have to interface it to your smartphone the way you do these other guys. These guys act as radios, but you have to run the smartphone app. This one right here, you can pull up the chat. You can type directly, send and receive messages directly from this device. So it's an all-in-one device. Don't even have to have the chat. Bill says it runs the battery down a lot faster than these other guys do because of the larger screen and the more features it has. But that is the bonus feature that I was going to tell you guys about today. So what other devices in Meshtastic have you used, and what would you suggest? Honestly, people who are starting to ask me, what should I get first? I usually tell them to go get the Heltec V3 first. It's the easiest one to put together. You've got plenty of options for 3D printed cases. This GeoLink case that we did a video about a while back, I just bought this case on eBay. Okay, so if you search eBay or Amazon or AliExpress or Banggood or any of these sites for Heltec V3 Meshtastic cases, you can find all kinds of shapes, sizes, and colors. You can do that for the TBeam also. The Spec 5 case for the TBeam here, that's one of the better cases. That's probably the best designed case I've ever seen, actually, but that's for the TBeam. It does take a 18650 battery, and it has GPS in it where the Heltec does not. So the Heltec or the TBeam, those are the first two. And the TBeam, have to make sure you get one with a screen already soldered on. When I bought these, I didn't have that option, but it was probably a year and a half ago when I got these. I usually tell people to start with that Heltec V3 and kind of go from there. And as you can see, my collection has expanded, and I didn't even really plan that. But tell me what your favorite Meshtastic device is. I'll put a link of everything we talked about in the description below, including the coupons. So hope to see you out there on Meshtastic. Mine's running in the truck all the time. So when I'm driving around North Texas, it's running. When I'm out in Utah for the HamCon Zion and for our Yellowstone trip during the month of July and at Field Day in June, my Meshtastic was running the whole time. So hopefully I'll see you out there on Meshtastic 73. Y'all have a good one today.